warm enough right now that I can make my food outside, and I'm only wearing 3 layers, so well, it's a beautiful morning in Texas. I woke up at 5 and was planning on sunrising the tallest peak in Texas, which is Guadalupe Peak, which is right next to me. But it's super windy here all the time, so I was convinced I was going to blow off the trail. Then I thought I was going to be eating my mountain lions, so I just went back to sleep and just watched the sunrise from my car. So that was pretty nice. Yeah. Check out these super cool conglomerates. They look like they were like just made. I finished listening to The Call of the Wild today, which was absolutely incredible. I know that we read it in 8th grade or something, but I didn't really comprehend just the pure literary genius it was until I was listening to it driving through the middle of Texas with absolutely nothing else to do. But yeah, I just was in Alpine, Texas, editing that last video on my way to Big Bend National Park. Listening to some NPR because I finished my last audiobook and figure I should save my next one for my next leg of my journey. I'll turn that down. Yeah, it's weird down here. It's so deserty, and Border Patrol populations are so much higher than I've ever seen anywhere else. I didn't really comprehend just how prevalent it was until being down here. Yeah, I'm hoping to do some hiking either tonight or tomorrow morning. Not sure when I'm going to roll in. Time zones have switched. Yeah, hey guys. So since my goal is to be slightly real with you guys, I'm trying to figure out where this camera angle is so that I can actually have my light show my face. Not there. That's not it. Oh, I'll figure this out. Okay. So my goal is to be pretty real with you guys. I just drove a half hour out into the middle of nowhere, Texas, where I can see the full moon and the only self-contained mountain range in a national park, and I can see the border of the US and Mexico. And I drove all this way just so I could have 3 bars of cell service to make like 12 phone calls to all of my friends. Only like 2 people answered, but that's all good. I'll talk to the rest some other time. But yeah, that's kind of the point I'm at. Today's been pretty good in terms of my loneliness. Yeah, it was only this afternoon. All morning was pretty good. My drive was great. But yeah, it's kind of weird. As the guy in the hostel said, I am detoxing from my social lifestyle after living in the trailer park and then in the sorority house. I have been around people 24/7 for the past at least 6 months, if not longer, if we include the dorms of last year. So yeah, being alone is absolutely bizarre. I'm trying to come to terms with it. So yeah, I'm sitting in the back of my car. Maybe we'll do some reading. No, I won't do some reading. Yeah, but I am parked next to this dude named Stan who talked to me about Big Bend for approximately 20 minutes whenever I pulled up. So that was actually pretty nice to have the dude. He was so passionate about it. It was awesome to see. Yeah, but then there was a huge crew of, I think they're college kids at the end, and I was like, oh, I miss my people. So I decided to go on a drive and alleviate some of that. But yeah, I love Big Bend. I am so stoked on being here. This is the first national park. I'm at 5 national parks in 5 days. But this is the first national park that I have gotten to and thought, wow, this place is incredible immediately from off the bat. All national parks are incredible, but sometimes it just takes longer to figure that out. But yeah, this place is it. In a weird twist of events, I just got back to my campsite. No, I got back like an hour and a half ago or something. And there were a bunch of people sitting here. They were all a little bit older than me, so I got out of my car and was like, hey guys, I got this tag, but I guess you can share it with me. So I ended up talking to these 4 people who just crashed my campsite. They're pretty cool, pretty recently graduated. Yeah, so I ended up talking to them, which was really nice to have somebody around. I was expecting just to go to bed, but now it's like 10:30 or something. Yeah, so that's how the night has progressed. I'm pretty stoked on it. Hey guys, so I am hanging out in Big Bend some more. I was planning on, actually I was considering leaving today, but I got a text from my dad saying there are tornado warnings for all of Texas, so I got lucky and get to spend another day here. So I just moved my campsite to this place where Stan, the man who was next to me yesterday, said I should come up to. He said that sometimes the white clouds just come in and you just keep calling up to the basin. I'm like, okay, so that's where I am. It's actually absolutely beautiful up here. I'm surrounded by mountains. Yeah, here you can see. And there's apparently a lodge up there which has food, so I can eat something and get some butter so I can finally cook the rest of my eggs and stuff that I have in my cooler, which is rapidly becoming not a cooler and a warmer. But yeah, I just set up my tent so that the events from last night don't happen again, which I didn't mind. I liked having company, but it was just kind of stressful getting out of my car and saying, hey guys, this is my spot. So yeah, that's here now. So it looks like somebody's actually occupying this. But yeah, it's just like all the people who I was sharing that spot with didn't camp very often. And it was really nice to see people who don't get out in nature very often getting out and doing something new, and they were super stoked on it, and they're like, oh, it's so cold, but they had such a good time and such a good attitude about it. So that was really nice to see. Yeah, and they were, as somebody who lives under like a news rock, they were so adamant and so passionate about the news and things that are happening. And they were talking about how this was going to be a nice break while they are able to be away from service and cell service and stuff. And as somebody who gets out away from cell service pretty frequently, just disappears into the woods for a little while. That was such a weird concept to me, but I hope it goes well for them. So yeah, that's what's up right now. I haven't showered in a few days, but I just got a really nice sand bath, very exfoliating. It's so windy out. This side is the US, and that side's Mexico. And as soon as I got to some bushes, the sun came out and the wind died down a little bit. So I decided that instead of continuing my hike to just come back and hang out and vlog. So that's what I'm doing. I have a really strong love-hate relationship with being a solo female traveler right now. We're 6 days in, and I have done all the things that I would have wanted to do, and that's awesome because I am allowed to just pull over if I want to pull over, talk to people if I want to talk to people, turn around for my hike if I want to turn around for my hike, be a little weirdo if I want to, and there's nobody around to judge me, but at the same time, I'm always on my toes. I don't have anybody to second guess things with. I don't have anybody to talk to besides my phone now and myself when I'm driving in the car. If I wanted to go out to, I don't know, dinner and talk to people, I am really hesitant to do so. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I really like about it. There's a lot of things that I really don't like about it. But I am thankful I'm doing it. Yeah, I feel like I'm less, I don't know, lonely than I've been in the past few months, and I'm just enjoying myself a whole lot more in my life, and I am really grateful to have this opportunity and to be able to do this. I'm watching the guys over there who passed me and were judging me for turning around earlier go through the same section that I turned around at, and it looks like one of the dudes just turned around, so yeah, I made it to the window. It is awesome. I'm afraid I might get blown off the edge if the wind switches direction. These bushes are everywhere. Apparently, this whole mountain area used to be a volcano, and I'm guessing these are the remnants. I just got to the bathroom and the door won't shut, and look how busted this thing is. I wouldn't do that. I had super vivid dreams last night, and I can't tell if it was from all the free time that I've had, from the wind and being in Big Bend, or some other thing, but yeah, I had like 4 that were just like, wow, which is weird. I'm on the quest to find a sticker, and I just walked past the restaurant that they have here, and all the smells of everything inside were coming out. It smelled so good, considering my diet right now is my yogurt that I was eating like a maniac trying to get rid of, and canned soup, and sometimes ramen. I'm really excited to eat some real food again. And aside of that last video was that I just choked down a cup full of chia seeds in warm water, and I'm sure that's great in survival situations or something where you need a lot of nutrients, but it was not great sitting outside the bathroom trying to drink slime that was reminding me of the amoebas I've been reading about in the plant museum and in my books. So there's so many different colors of cactus here. Super cool. This is definitely my favorite national park that I've been to on this trip, and it might even be my favorite national park ever. And I've been to a few in the West. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed out to have to leave today. The rest of my trip I was kind of on the go, but after having time to slow down and hang out and do really pretty cool things, it's gonna be, yeah, hard to leave. Especially knowing that I have a 14-hour drive to get to New Orleans, where I'm going to see one of my friends, which is going to be weird to be able to talk to one of the people that I know as compared to just the strangers I meet at the campgrounds. Yeah, that's going to be kind of nice, but I've finally gotten used to being alone, and I really appreciate it now. Dylan at the hostel was right that I did just need some time to detox from the challenges and tribulations of life and with living with people all the time. Yeah, I'm really happy I'd done a lot of traveling before this, because I don't know, being on this trip and camping every day doesn't feel all that different from what I do in my day-to-day life. Like, at the beginning of the school year, me and a friend or two would go out camping and just go set up somewhere in the middle of a field and sleep there, and then head home the next morning. So yeah, this doesn't feel that different, and doesn't feel different from my travels in Europe either, because I would sleep a lot, go do really cool things during the day, come back, talk to strangers. But yeah, I feel like I was well prepared for this. Just took a little bit to get there, but yeah, I'm really happy I'm out here seeing this country and seeing all the wonderful places it has in it, and just, I don't know, being able to feel the freedom that school was not providing me last semester. I was really craving pizza, so I just stopped at the Big Ben pizza place, and it was very West Texas, and it was really good. And now I'm on my way to Louisiana, 13 hours away. Yeehaw. I'm in the middle of Texas, and I'm at a rest stop, and I was thinking of staying here, but once I got here, there's nobody here. So right now I'm on the search for somewhere else to stay for a few hours before continuing to Louisiana. Yeah. It's 4:30 in the morning, and I'm going to go try and take a shower and then keep driving. Yeah, go T. I started driving when I said I was going to, and didn't want to get to Houston at rush hour, so there's a rest stop, and I pulled in at, like, my watch is not telling me time right now, at 6 something, and watched the sunrise here, and now the sun is fully up, and it's after 9, and I'm ready to keep driving.